Tasha, welcome.
Thank you.
Tasha, just tell us about your party.
We are the CRP, Conservative Republican Party. Not many of us know who we are, sadly, but yes, I do not know what else to say right now.
What does your party stand for?
Well, we are a conservative Republican Party.
Well, let's go look at it issue by issue. In your policy about war, Iraq and Afghanistan, you write that despite the strong opposition of the current war, if necessary, the Franklin State shall take the initiative to deploy more troops. Are you talking about Afghanistan in that context?
Yes.
Do you worry that adding more troops to our already deployment in Afghanistan would be a tremendously unpopular step, given public polls?
I believe not many will. They will take even more stronger opposition to deploying more troops. But if it is necessary to protect our borders and our people, then I think it's right in doing so.
Do you believe that, especially when it comes to a war, that government should be held accountable to the people, though, in making those kind of decisions?
Yes.
You later write that upon taking office, we shall commence the process of withdrawing troops. That seems to contradict your earlier statement that you will consider deploying more troops.
Well, basically, if we need to deploy more troops to help those who are currently there, if the rate of terrorism has increased and there's fear among the people back at home, then it is right and in the best interest of the people to send more troops. But if things have wind down and we don't see much of a possible threat, then we will begin with removing troops and sending them back home.
Under the United Nations portion, you write the Franklin States will take no part in joining the United Nations. Now, the country is already a member of the United Nations. Are you advocating our withdrawal from the organization?
Yeah.
Do you think that's a wise course to withdraw from this international community?
I think it is wise, considering the United Nations is filled with many corrupted leaders, and in our eyes, we believe that they are unreliable, and there's a barrier between trusting them. And
so are you saying that you don't believe that the United Nations efforts to deal with starvation in parts of Africa or to deal with childhood diseases throughout the world is worth supporting?
no, they are worth supporting, but it depends.
Under the war on terror, you write that we have let terrorism go on for too long. We must take these matters into our own hands and protect our citizens. What do you mean by we must take these matters in our own hands?
If there is, the rate of terrorism has gone up, and if we
In what ways would you battle terrorism? Or what ways would you fight it?
perhaps, like if a terrorist, if it's captured, we will will
Well, later you write that if a terrorist is captured, we shall interrogate them in turn for useful knowledge or information. Would your party consider using torture?
no. By all means, no, we shall.
In your policy, you call for an expanded budget when it comes to the armed forces and the military. Why do you feel that's justified?
That if we deploy more troops and we draft, not really draft, more if our military continues to grow, then there's obviously going to be more expenses involved. Therefore, the cost is in operating the current military is going to increase, and we must
Well, I'll go ahead and move on. Would you explain your policies on economics and where your party stands in that realm?
we think the government should take little role in the economy. We should have a free market, and the government should establish a few regulations for businesses, but we believe that they should not have any influence or huge role in the economy.